Hi guys, it's Miss Condra, and what I'm doing today is sending you a video to go over the claim and argument paragraphs that you submitted and that I graded. So the first thing that I want to make sure you do is to go to your assignment document where you turned in the document about social dilemma, rhetorical situation, claims, and evidence. Open up that actual assignment, and there you will find the specific feedback that I gave for you about your paragraph. So you'll see the grade, and you see the grade in the classroom and in Teams, but unless you go back and look at the assignment again, you won't see as a comment my specific feedback for you. Some of you have notifications for that, others of you don't, but I'll try to remind you when I have left specific feedback for you about your writing, and don't miss it because I took time to give it to you and I want it to be able to help you and also clarify any of your grades or anything like that. So next I want to go over a few samples that were written by your peers. If I run out of time on the 5-minute video, I'll make a part 2 to go over these particular paragraphs that have done some of the things really well. So remember, on the assignment document, you were asked to respond to one of the problems related to the social dilemma, to make a claim, defend that claim with evidence, and then to make some commentary and explanation specifically about how your evidence defends the claim that you're making. So remember, your claim is going to be arguable. It's something that other people might disagree with. And so let's look at this one that's doing a really great job making a claim. So we've got social media is a growing problem for everybody, especially teenagers who are spending more and more time on their phones, causing cyberbullying and disconnection from the outside world. So, by the way, these are some of you guys. You know who you are. You can tell everybody if you're like, that's mine, or you can just keep it a secret. It's up to you. But first of all, this claim is doing a good job because it specifies. If he or she had stopped at social media is a growing problem for everybody, that would have been a really broad, big claim. It's a little bit too much. But it was narrowed by suggesting, especially teenagers who are spending more time on their phones, causing these things that are going to be dealt with, the cyberbullying and disconnection. And so, in that way, this claim has been successfully narrowed. So in the evidence we've got in the social dilemma, we see that the more a person is on their phone, the more they disconnect themselves from the outside world, and the less they spend time with their friends in real life. Also, the more time spent on social media, the more likely you could be cyberbullied, as we saw in the social dilemma. Now, this is where we could enhance the evidence to pull in something more specific. So right now we have kind of hypothetical, generalized evidence. The more a person is on their phone. What person? Do you have an example of a person? Do you have a specific story? Or even a reference to the movie and the actual character in the movie who disconnected from the outside world through his interactions on social media? So the more specific you can be, the better. This is kind of a hypothetical example. The more people, just general people, do that, which is kind of true, but you're going to have more connection with your audience when you state a specific example. Then the commentary here, a solution to this problem is that parents could restrict teenagers' usage to their phones, and teenagers can turn off notifications to social media, only checking it once or twice a day. With less time spent on social media, teenagers will be less distracted on their phones and interact more with their environments, including hanging out with their friends and doing activities with families. That's actually a different kind of commentary, but it's totally relevant, providing this solution to the problem that was suggested. So overall, this paragraph is working really well. We're just needing some somewhat more specific evidence. One more quick note. This was something that I needed to share with all of you because this happened in a lot of places. Generally, in academic writing, you want to avoid using second person or you. So this is, I already told you guys, absolutely use I when you need it to tell your story, but you is generally kept out of academic writing, and we can talk about replacements for that later. But there's just one quick note for you. Now, this example did a little bit more with the text evidence. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop this video, and I'm going to start a part 2 video for you guys that will go over the other paragraphs I'm going to do.